Hey everyone, Kiflin here with another video in my Practicing for Halo 5 series. As I've said before, I'm extremely excited for Halo 5 coming out this fall, and I'm most looking forward to the new map type or gameplay type, Warzone. I have to get in shape for it. All I played for the past several years in Halo was SWAT. It's what I've fallen in love with. So I'm getting back into the regular run of things with Halo, and I'm playing regular ranked matchmaking so I can expose myself to the full gamut of weapon types in Halo, plasma, particle, and your projectile weapons. In this video I'm going to be introducing myself and you guys to using armor abilities slowly as you ease yourself back into competitive matchmaking. So without further ado, let's get ready to have some fun. And fun I am starting to have. As you can see on my loadout screen there, I only have one loadout that has an armor ability. Other than that, the weapons are stock, so your assault rifle and your magnum. Reason for that, I wanted to get to learn the spawn locations for the maps in your traditional Halo modes, Slayer, King of the Hill, in ranked matchmaking. I know the spawn locations when they apply in SWAT, but that means absolutely nothing for your traditional Halo setup, because there is no Needler, for example. There is no shotgun in SWAT. Those are only in regular matchmaking and your more traditional Halo game types, something I don't normally play. I am getting better. I've almost memorized where all the spawn points are. I'm still working on the timings, but thankfully the mode's the same, so I am still good at King of the Hill. And those spawn locations of the rings, those are the same. So if you know that, you can easily transfer that. For the armor abilities, what I'm playing around with right now is the hologram. Great decoy. I've had great success with it in King of the Hill. Kind of tricks people into which one to shoot. And the hard light shield has been invaluable to me in King of the Hill. You can kind of stand there and you can take an extra 4 or 5 seconds in the hill if you're the only one being rushed there, and they just keep shooting at you. Extra few seconds on the clock, right? Great success with the hard light shield as well. Haven't really enjoyed the other ones as much for my style of play, but I will do a few videos of those just to compare and contrast. So I do switch to the hologram here because, hey, it works, and I have some great success with it here where people start to target it instead of me, working just as planned. We are doing not too shabby in this particular match. It is quite evenly matched. Even towards the end, it's not really a squeaker, but it's still close enough that, hey, I'd call it evenly matched. A few mistakes here and there would have been a tide shift that the other guys needed. Something else to get used to, and I am just realizing this in the past few days, I don't use the radar, because I do it right there. Look at that. You see 4 guys on the map on the radar, and I'm not even checking the radar because in SWAT you don't have it. I'm not used to using that tool when I play, so I'm finding I have to scan more on the screen. This game type is definitely more involved than SWAT is. It's not just basically relying on accuracy and twitch reflexes. You got to play a little more thoughtfully, and what happened there when I mentioned it, 4 guys on the radar, someone who was watching the radar would have noticed that, not ran right in front of them. See, now I'm starting to slowly pay attention to the radar, and in my later matches after this one, I'll really start to rely heavily on the radar as to who's around me and where they are going. These are big considerations, right? If you're switching from SWAT, my favorite game type of all time, I would say, to the traditional Halo setup, there's stuff on screen that you don't normally use, and that's why I'm trying to ease myself into it with not really changing loadouts and not really expecting too much for the first couple weeks as I ease back into it. DMR is still my weapon of choice because that's what I'm comfortable with from SWAT. It's the one I use most often in that game type, and I am equipped right now with a hologram. Now, first big mistake among many in here, but a mistake I'm trying to work on. I'm still not looking at my mini-map. See, there's 2 behind me, just got one of my guys, and here, the whiff on deploying the hologram. I panned a little bit too quickly, and I hit the pillar. That hologram would have been more useful if it was farther to the right or the left, and actually able to run past that pillar and possibly distract that player. So I do see about 10 seconds until that capture point switches, and I'm just waiting for the next one to pop up now. Not gonna lie, like playing this, it does feel a lot like sensory overload. when I'm playing it. And here, same mistake. I'm looking at the radar, trying to get used to doing that, and I run headlong into the guy without even drawing my weapon on him. It's multitasking at its purest form. You got to do 3-4 things at once. That was a whiff on my part. I thought I was closer than I actually was. Got him with a grenade though. See right here, mispositioning. This is where I would have liked to deploy the hard light shield. It's great when you're coming down these corridors on this map, especially where you can't really be flanked from a circular pattern. There is 3 or 4 lines where the enemy can come at you. That's where the hard light shield is awesome in King of the Hill on this particular map. Something I recommend you guys trying. Pick it up, try it. I know the hard light shield's not used that often. If you guys are grouping up when you're inside of that capture point, you got 3 or 4 guys in there, or you got even 2 or 3. One of you has the hard light shield to take point and absorb those shots. Get your other guys some cover while they shoot around you. It's awesome. Try it. Trust me, try it. I've had better effect with the hard light shield in King of the Hill than I have with the hologram. So your mileage may vary. Your playstyle might be different. You may be more of a long range guy. I tend to get up close. Even though I carry the DMR, I tend to be more up close in my combat style in traditional Halo as opposed to SWAT. I know I'm going to sound like a broken record like this, but play the objective even in traditional Halo. Don't just be out for your KDR. I know my KDR or KD, whatever you want to call it, kill death ratio is abysmal in this match. It's something like 0.5 or 0.4. I'm not sweating about it. I'm not worried about it. You know why? That's not the point of this particular game type. The point of this game type is King of the Hill. Capture and hold, right? That's what you want to do. Don't worry about keeping your KD high. It's just a game. Play the game type. You'll have a more enjoyable time playing because you're more likely to win. Now in just a second here, I'm going to get a really good deploy on my armor ability. A little high, aimed high, but still. Now watch the mini-map. Red spawn. I looked at the replay and it distracted him for about 1.5 seconds. Right? That's the point of it. He took 1.5 seconds of his time to turn around, look, fire 2 shots at it before he realized it was a hologram, turned back around and engaged us. That's the point of it. Saved us 1.5 seconds or so of being shot at while he focused on the hologram. Great deploy there, and I was quite happy with that. Getting better at using multiple tools in the match set here, right? Not just the DMR and the Magnum. Now have a radar to use and my armor abilities. So getting better at using all the tools available to me to be a better player in Halo. Alright, to start summing up what we've learned in this particular video. Okay, well, overarching lesson, don't go eye to eye with someone with a sniper rifle. You're gonna lose. 1 hit kill to the head with that. Silly part on mine, as soon as I zoomed in I saw it was a sniper and like, yeah, I'm dead. I know I am. To sum up what I've gone over in this video, for King of the Hill and traditional Halo matchmaking, Halo 4 matchmaking, the most effective armor abilities I've used so far, or what I find my gameplay style is, hard light shield and the hologram. It seems to work the best for me, causes the most confusion, and easiest way to defend those hills. Hard light shield and the hologram. Still working on finding a solid weapon for me to use. Don't know if that's going to be the assault rifle or the battle rifle. It seems to vary heavily depending on the map type, but I'm still favoring the SWAT weapons just because that's what I'm comfortable with. The biggest resource available to you in traditional Halo 4 matchmaking though has to be the radar. That is an awesome tool. You can see where the enemies are coming from. What's better than that? That's a tool that I'm not used to using in SWAT. Those of us who are used to playing SWAT really ignore that bottom left portion of our screen. There's nothing there. We can't use it, right? You will be walked all over the first week you are playing traditional matchmaking in Halo 4 and when you're preparing yourself for Halo 5 and for Warzone. Like I'm trying to do right now. I'm not used to using a radar. Guys, get back into it. Put down SWAT. It's a really simplified Counter-Strike-esque gameplay type. 1-hit kills, which is why I enjoy it. Get back into the swing of things with Halo. Pick it up. Have some fun. make some loadouts for you with weapons you're used to, and you will see success come in a short couple of days if you play every night and you get back into it. Try those armor abilities, figure out what works for you, pick 1 or 2 weapons, create 1 or 2 loadouts, and practice with them. That way you're not having more variables, because you are still getting used to the radar, right? Coming from SWAT. Change as few things as possible and ease yourself into it. Practice that radar, guys. Pick 1 or 2 weapons, make some good loadouts. Let me know what you changed in the comments below the video. Remember, go out, have some fun. Don't worry about your KDR for the first week or so. You're just practicing, getting used to the full tool set available for you in regular Halo 4 matchmaking. Alright guys, have some fun.